So if you've been watching HGTV thinking that you'll save money on a fixer-upper, I need to show you this beautiful under $3 million gut renovation in the Central Sunset and why buying a turnkey product is almost always cheaper than buying a fixer-upper in a market like San Francisco. But before we head on in, I'm Yesenia with the Krishnan team, and if you're enjoying videos like this, catch us every Monday at 5 p.m. All right, let's go check out this stunning renovation. Whoever buys this house is going to be very, very lucky. Most buyers think that the quickest way into getting their dream home is to buy a fixer-upper, but that is usually false, and the math is usually very inefficient when you add up what buyers are paying in an escalating market like we're in today, which are at the top of the comps, or in today's market, we're seeing that on average buyers are paying about 5 to 10% over the most recent comps, and in some neighborhoods and in some price points, up to 30% over. Before we dive into those construction costs, which are going up 30% year over year for the last several years since COVID, not to mention the cost of materials, let's talk about what this house is and what you can buy for under $3 million. This house is a perfect example of that. It's in a walkable neighborhood, a very desirable neighborhood. It's just shy of 2,500 square feet and has some of the features that you can only dream of in having a potential forever home. Some of those features are, we will walk through this home and look at those together, but the sellers of this home, they designed this home for themselves. And so what's very unique about this property is that most of the flips in this area have a very cookie cutter finish, but this home, the sellers did not spare an expense because they were doing it for themselves. So you've got a pretty solid floor plan. It's an open floor plan concept where you're moving through the entertainment areas seamlessly. As we talk and walk through this gorgeous home, you'll notice just the high-end finishes. You've got these beautiful white oak floors. All of the windows have been upgraded. This whole built-in bookshelf here around this beautiful statement stone fireplace, which is also something unique and different. So what I would say about a lot of the developer flips in this area, they're just gonna be more just like that very, very ultra modern, cold kind of white box feel, where this home, it's got that homey, warm feel with more traditional style updates, which is definitely unique to the area. I always say the cheapest renovation is to buy someone else's construction project. And what I mean by that is that the finances never pencil out for many, many reasons, starting with your purchase price and then getting into the weeds of the construction. You almost always end up with a project that's 30 to 50% more than your original bids. And I have some real-time stories to share with you on that. But what ends up happening is that it's almost impossible for the contractor to emphatically give you a very concrete estimate, because once they get into the construction project and they open up walls, they run into many surprises, right? There's maybe dry rot behind the walls that weren't evident, and now you have to redo all the framing. In one case, one of our clients bought a house where they thought they were embarking on a $1 million renovation. And in fact, at the end of the project, it ended up being a $4 million renovation where they ran into many things, where a full replacement of the foundation that was needed in order to support this new renovation, which a foundation replacement was, in that case, not less than $250,000. So the right buyer profile for someone who can go through a renovation like this is a buyer with a blank check or someone who is in the construction business, because of the unforeseen costs that always come up. It's like, you know, we had a call with a seller the other day who bought their house for $2.3 million and is in it without doing any construction, $350,000 in just architectural plans and permits. And they were hoping to sell it and recoup the cost of the architectural plans and permits. And there's no way that's going to happen based on the current condition and where the comps show it's worth today. So the buyer who actually ends up buying this house is getting a really great deal. And so before we dive into the numbers here, let's just take a moment to take in this beautiful kitchen. the sellers, as I mentioned, did this renovation for themselves, and unfortunately their job took them out of San Francisco, so they had to move much sooner than they ever imagined after going through a year of renovations. This is honestly one of my favorite kitchens. It's like they installed this beautiful skylight that also does open up and just lets a lot of light in the kitchen. You have custom cabinetry throughout, a custom range that's built into the cabinetry. So something like this could cost anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. Really high-end designer finishes in terms of like the hardware that you're gonna see throughout the home as well. This is the centerpiece of the kitchen. It's a beautiful high-end Italian Ilve range. It's a 6-burner range, and this generally goes from anywhere from $13,000 to $15,000. I love how all the appliances are hidden and built into the cabinetry, so it just provides this beautiful seamless look where you're not staring at stainless steel or different color appliances. All of the drawers have been meticulously thought through in terms of utility and how you would live in this space. And again, beautiful light fixtures, high-end light fixtures throughout the home. And the floor plan just is really nice because you've got this really nice flow from one entertainment space to the next. But by the time this video comes out, we would have sold this home. So my clients bought this home a few years ago for $1,850,000. And they spent about a year doing a gut renovation of the interior. And that renovation cost $850,000. So with their purchase price after their renovation, they're all into the home about $2.7 million. The current comps are actually showing somewhere around $2.7 million, or actually in an escalating market like we are currently in, it's highly probable it could go beyond that, but certainly probably under 3 million. And after they factor in their purchase price, everything that they spent on the renovation, and all the fees that are involved with selling a home in the Bay Area, which is anywhere 8 to 9%, they need to clear at least $2.95 million to just walk away breaking even. That is not always easy to achieve, especially when you're selling at such a quick turnaround. So if you're considering a fixer-upper, let's definitely have a conversation. You don't want to be that buyer who we had a phone call with yesterday, or the buyer who just is misinformed early in the process. I have actually talked 2 buyers out of buying properties this week that were fixer-uppers in Noe Valley, which is a very desirable neighborhood where I think my clients are just watching too much HD TV and thinking they could buy at a low price and then do this grand renovation, not really understanding what the costs are involved with doing such a renovation, not to mention the stress, the time, right? Like most people don't have that blank check, and so you're on a property that's worth $3 million, your holding costs are probably at least $15,000 a month, and then you're factoring in having to rent a place in San Francisco, probably not less than $5,000 a month, so you're roughly at $20,000 a month with holding costs plus your new place. Contractors are not going to be just available immediately at closing, right? It's going to take time to source a contractor, source bids, and then once you get those bids, like that whole process is probably a minimum of a month. And then you have to go through the architectural drawings, you have to go through the permitting process before you can even start building. You're looking at a 2 to 3 month runway. And not to mention, this renovation was done about 3 years ago. And with construction costs rising about 30% year over year, this same renovation today could cost you up to 90% more. It just never makes financial sense to buy something where you're paying a high number in an escalating market and then paying a very, very high amount to do construction. So let's just show you what a house in the Central Sunset under $3 million gets you. I mean, you've seen the beautiful spaces in this home, but this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single-family home in the Central Sunset with beautiful natural light throughout. You have an amazing deep, wide lot. The sellers, what they did over here is that they added a primary ensuite They added a bonus room / entertainment room, which we'll see in a moment. They reworked the floor plan to create more of this open concept and move the bedrooms to the back. And so now you've got these beautiful bedrooms overlooking your amazing backyard. All of the interior finishes were done. So walls, doors, flooring, all of the stuff in the kitchen, railings, skylights. I mean, everything in the interior is new. And then they added a fair amount of square footage to the home by reducing the size of the garage. I'd say this floor plan is the most desirable floor plan, is having 3 bedrooms and 2 baths on one level. But at a certain price, it is acceptable to have, 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, and then having a primary suite that's more private on a separate level with a bonus room is a pretty desirable and more standard floor plan that you'll find in this neighborhood and at this price point. But again, you're not finding finishes like this at this price point. This is the garage here, but all of this down here was just open basement area. It actually was a very large garage. You have a laundry room, which I think is such a luxury, and you generally don't get under $3 million, especially on a beautiful home like this. But you have this laundry area with beautiful custom cabinetry throughout. You have another fridge down here for if you're entertaining down. This is kind of another entertainment space. You can store some beverages and food down here, so you're not going back upstairs. You got some custom cabinet. You see custom cabinetry throughout the home. We're walking now into this gorgeous, beautifully lit bonus room that walks straight out to your backyard. This is a great place to hang out with your family. Got a nice built-in cabinetry here with a massive TV, so it's a great movie room, but also fabulous entertainment space. We'll go out to the backyard shortly, but it is a wider, deeper lot here, and it's flat, so it's amazing that you can walk out to the backyard from an entertainment space to a flat backyard. This is a primary ensuite, which has views of the backyard. All of the windows, if I haven't mentioned that, are new throughout the home as well. Automatic shades that come down on all of the windows. All of this was an addition during that 22 renovation. You walk straight into the bathroom with just beautiful, beautiful marble tile throughout, a soaking tub, which is just so fab, and a walk-in double rain shower. Feels like a spa in here. I love these little luxuries like a towel warmer. And then they also added, which is difficult to achieve in San Francisco, even at this price point, in many cases, a walk-in closet to the primary. All of the closets they had done by, California Closets, and added drawers and hanging spaces. And this is a lovely space for shoes. All of the finishes that were chosen were really high-end, and they really thought through how they would live in this space. Now let's go out to the amazing backyard. This neighborhood, I would say, checks off a lot of boxes in terms of, transportation and walkability, but it generally isn't a neighborhood that gets too much sun. So it is a gorgeous day in the winter in San Francisco today in the sunset. But that is also another factor that drives prices down. Like if you put this same house in, say, an area like Noe Valley, you're looking like easy at $4 million plus for this level of finish. But weather adds about at least 20% to value, and so does walkability. And so while there are definitely some things to walk to, several things to walk to, you don't have that warmer weather. And so that is another reason that this area generally kind of has a cap on pricing against some of these other sunnier parts of town. So if you're thinking about undergoing an extensive renovation, you may want to think twice. Unfortunately, my lovely clients, while I hope we are going to exceed the comps and get them to a number that is a break-even number, I'm not certain because I don't have the data to say that emphatically. But by the time this video comes out, this property will be sold, and hopefully we can get them $3 million, but there's not a clear path forward for that. So if you're thinking about doing a renovation, let's definitely have a conversation conversation. We can help you walk through some of the numbers, and you'll find that a lot of times it is significantly cheaper to buy someone else's renovation. And this is a prime example of what could go wrong, but what could go very well for the buyer who ends up buying this house. An example of what under $3 million can get you in a similar neighborhood in San Francisco.